Hello everybody and welcome to Better Boards 1.3.2. So some of the key features that we have not gone over yet, but have gone over the past two versions, 1.3.1 and now 1.3.2, is we all are familiar with entering and leaving wards. This is going to be able to tell you exactly whose ward you're entering and whose you're leaving. This particular ward I am not permitted on, as we can see here, but Thor is both permitted and the owner because I was doing some testing. Some of the new features are portals you can no longer go through if you are not permitted on the ward and you have that setting active. Some requested features where they don't want to be able to change the tag, which is also not able to be changed by anyone that is not permitted. A few other things were pickable items. Can't pick up this item. Can't pick up these items on the ground. And things on item stands. Can't pick up either. Let the message go away for just a moment. And we go and try and pick up this Dern one right here. Everybody's favorite sword. Same thing. Crops. Carrots. Flax. Anything that is on the ground inside of a warded area where you are not permitted, including stone, you cannot interact with. Now, as an admin, I have a few extra spiffy things that I can do. I can look directly at a ward, and I can hit the down arrow or the up arrow to be able to cut this on or off at will. So I can cut it off, opt myself in, cut it back on. So we can now see that I have access to the chest. I have access to be able to change the portal tag, and I can also go through the portal, teleport, and this stuff right here automatically picks up. One of the new features in 1.3.1 is I moved the console commands also into the chat. You can do a unpermit wards, and I am now unpermitted on this ward, so I go right back to having no access. All of the old commands are still there, where you can permit yourself on wards. You can do this via chat or via the console, and you can unpermit or permit yourself. The chat is currently slightly buggy in the fact that it does show the text above your head, so if you're an admin, I do recommend the console, but for sake of ease and speed, you could use the chat if you wish. One of the other main features that people didn't want to have happen is people be able to dig under their base and terraform. So if you are not permitted on the ward, just like World of Valheim zones, you are not able to terraform. I've set it to where the ward will flash when this action is done, so we know that someone is trying to do something that we don't want inside of our base. Admins have the ability to toggle the auto perm on or off when they enter or leave a ward. If you are not permitted on the ward, obviously, if this is set to enabled, you will automatically be in an auto perm state. So to demonstrate this, I have just left the ward and I have got the auto perm enabled, and I'm an admin on this server, so if I walk inside of this ward, you can see that green little flash in the background. I am now permitted on this ward. You can toggle it on and off with my hotkey. Since everything is client-side as far as auto-closed doors like it was in the past, disable pickup, fireplace unlimited is something we haven't touched on quite yet. But no teleport interaction, no pickable interaction, all of that is configured server-side and should be able to be taken care of for you. Just like in the past, showing the marker and everything is also client-side, so if we toggle that off right now, you can see the marker in the background slightly disappears. It's right above that stone wall. In 1.3.1, I have added the Nexus ID for you guys that use the Nexus Updater, or Nexus Update Mod. Keep in tune with any updates that the mod comes out with. Auto close doors is still client-side, so you're able to toggle that per your preference. So one of the features I'll quickly touch on is fireplaces being at 19 out of 20 permanently, while inside of a ward. If you can see, we can see the radius right here. I'm going to go and build a fireplace both outside of it, which we see is at 0, staying at 0. Now if I go and build one inside, instantly jumps to 19, it cuts right on. So if you are inside of a ward and you place any kind of fireplace, it will instantly go to max fuel, like 9 out of 10, and you can walk out, walk right back in, and nothing changes. You do not need to be permitted on the ward for this to work. It is, if a fireplace is inside of a warded area, it will automatically have unlimited fuel. As usual, everyone, check the changelog on the right hand side if you have this mod installed to get a little bit more in-depth details on what you can expect in this current version. I keep this up to date as much as I can. Check the mod page as well if you need something a little bit more specific, and ask questions. Thanks.